Like I said, once again, disclaimer, I am not endorsed. I do not endorse this company. I am not sponsored by this company. These are just bushcraft items that I prefer. I just want to make that clear to everybody. I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to make money here, because I'm not trying to make money. I don't do YouTube to make money. I do YouTube to have fun, connect with other outdoorsmen, get to know other outdoorsmen, you know, maybe collaborate and do some you know, trips together maybe someday. And without further ado, let's get going on the review. Alright guys, enjoy. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's staying warm if you're cold. This is Shane with Moretti Outdoors. So, I know you guys have seen me in a lot of my videos playing around with some knives. I wanted to do a review on the knife that I use in all of my videos, because I've had some questions on where I got it and how much it cost. So I did get another one too, but we're going to do a review on these knives. So, these are bushcraft knives on a budget, man. I mean, don't go out and buy a $150 bushcraft knife. You don't have to do it. It's not necessary. Like, I paid $16 for this bushcraft knife, and I'm not gonna lie, I mean, one bad thing about this particular knife is the sheath. You know, you can see the stitchings coming apart right there, and it's not the best sheath for this knife. It really isn't. But as far as quality goes and as far as usability goes, this is one of the best knives I've ever put in my hand. So let's just get right into it. So this is the Perkin, and this company's out of the UK. Look below, description below. I got some links down there. Go on their site. You can get these knives made custom to fit you perfect. Whatever length handle, whatever length blade. You can get something inscribed on the blade if you want. You know, your channel name or your full name, whatever you want. Even if you want to gift this. So, and it's prompt too. Like, you can get these off of Amazon, but I got mine directly from the company itself. But so Perkin is out of the UK, and this is my bushcraft knife. You guys see me always bragging up on camera. I really love this knife a lot. The overall length on this is 8 inches. The blade is 4.5 inches. The handle's 3.5 inches. It's got a burlwood handle. It rates 56 to 58 HRC on the Rockwell scale, which, if you don't know, obviously we all know it's a hardness test. I've done it a million times in heat treat facilities I've worked in. I used to work in metallurgy, so it's 01 carbon steel Damascus. And I really like this knife a lot because, I mean, if you can see that, look at the spine of this knife. And it's full tang. And it just really fits in the hand really nice. But I really like the spine because it's really fat. And if you look down here, it's equally as fat, but then the blade tapers off. And it's really nice. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been beating this knife up for months now. I've batoned wood with it. I've cut vegetables. I've cut everything with this knife. It's still razor sharp. There's a little part like right here that's dull, right at this tip. But that's okay. There's a couple scratches obviously from batoning wood, and I know a lot of you guys frown on that, but knife, you know, I'm still learning the bushcraft trade, but you know, I mean, you can take your axe out and split wood like that, but batoning wood with a knife, if you got a decent knife, hey, you know, go for it. You know, I mean, if you don't have the room for an axe or you just don't want to carry the weight, batoning wood with a knife is totally fine by my standards, but that's just me. But one thing I really like about this knife is the handle just fits in the hand perfect, and it's got this notch here for your finger, so you can just take that wood and just shave off. And we're gonna go outside and do some demonstrations here. I'm gonna baton some wood, and I'm gonna curl some wood with this. You guys have seen me curl wood and make shavings and make tinder with this knife. So, but like I said, man, you know, $18.75 is what it's going for right now. You know, if you don't want to go directly on the Perkin site and you want to just jump straight to Amazon because you have an account and you get free shipping, then do it. you know, and you're going to still pay $18.75. But Bushcraft on a budget, man, this is where it's at right here. I mean, look at that. It's a high quality knife. You know, I just really like it a lot. Like I said, I'm not happy with the sheath. You know, you can see the stitchings falling apart. These are all handmade sheaths. You know, I've stabbed the knife through there. Another downfall is they got this clip right here, and then when you put this inside the sheath and you put it to your waist, this kind of digs into your side a little bit. But that's okay. I mean, I put a carabiner back here and I just dangle it off my belt loop, and that way it doesn't dig into your side. But the construction's really nice. I mean, these are all hand forged. Not a lot of defects on this knife or anything. So I mean, the quality is really good. I really am happy with this knife. So, like I said, $18.75, man. Don't break the bank on a good bushcrafting knife when you can go to Perkin UK and they guarantee all their work for life. So now this is my new knife that I just got. Now this is a knife, man. Let me tell you, I like the sheath is great. It came with a really nice sharpener, and if you don't want to carry the sharpener out in the woods with you on a trip, this actually fits. It'll fit a ferro rod perfect. I mean, it fits in there just perfect. I have one that fits in there just perfect. So, but this one now, I like the construction of the sheath is really nice, really high grade. The stitching is really nice. The knife itself fits in here great. I like the belt holster, so this just dangles off your belt loop, and you know, it's constructed really nice. I really like the sheath a lot. This is also the Perkin. Now this one it's really a special knife to me. So I mean, look at how beautiful this thing is. I mean, it's constructed really well. Now if you can see right there in the handle, there is a little bit of a gap right there. So I don't know if maybe this part of the spine of the tang, you know, if this part of the knife is maybe warped, or maybe the wood was warped a little bit, and you can see that. But that's okay. I mean, it's not a show knife. This is for bushcrafting. So, but I really love the swirl in there. Now this is 8 inches overall with a 4-inch blade, and the handle's burl wood, walnut wood, and it's full tang, obviously. It's 56 to 58 HRC on the Rockwell scale, and this is 1095 and 15 end 25 carbon steel. Kind of, it's Damascus steel too. I mean, they just take it and flip-flop it, they acid dip it, and give it this nice little pretty swirl, and flip the metal around when they're hand forging. But I really like it a lot. It's got a whole different look and feel. It's still got that big fat spine to it, which is kind of nice. I have not used this knife yet. These blades come razor sharp. I mean, this thing is just razor sharp. Another thing I'm not happy about really with this one is the Perkin stamp is a little messed up right there, but again, I don't care. You know, the handle's really nice. It's got that little loop in there for, you can stick some paracord in there and, you know, have it for wrap around your wrist, so when you're beating on something or whatever. I really like the notches in here. I mean, there is a downfall that it kind of weakens the blade just a little bit in the handle. You know, if you are beating on something with this, it's going to take a lot of, the handle always takes a lot of the repercussions of whatever you're doing with the blade, so possible chance it could crack. But I mainly got this knife so that I can use it for shaving sticks and shaving tinder and making my fire starter stuff. But I really like it a lot. I mean, it's just a beautiful knife. Now this knife I paid $44 for this knife. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit more expensive, but the quality's there. I think, I mean, you know, you're paying a little bit more. You got a little bit higher quality of a sheath. You got the sharpener. You know, you got the great looking blade. And it once again just fits in the handle really nice. You don't have that notch right there, but it does have this, you know, on the handle it has that little notch, which, you know, is nice. You can still get a hold of a stick and you can still shave down here at the end, you know. And then you got this little barrier so you don't cut your hand when you are shaving, you know, if you're going to shave tinder with it or whatever. So I'm not going to baton wood with this. I'm going to mainly use this for, you know, maybe cleaning fish. Got some really big fishing trips coming up here over by Canada, so, you know, maybe I use this for cleaning fish. I do have a fillet knife I might end up just taking, because I'd really like to just keep this for like my tinder and you know, cutting paracord, or maybe cutting vegetables, or whatever the case may be. But it's got a really nice taper on the blade too. It's a lot different of a taper than this other knife, for sure. You know, you can kind of see the tapers a little bit different. See, it's got a shorter taper, and this one's got a higher taper, which makes this one really nice for, you know, for batoning wood. But I mean, in comparison to each other, if you put them up against each other, you know, they're totally different in quality and looks and specifications. They both, like I said, rate, and you know, you can't put this knife inside that hole. It just doesn't work out. This holster was, this sheath was designed for this knife. Like I said, $44 on UK's Perkin website, link below. You know, if you want to go on Amazon and snag it off Amazon, you know, some of the stitching right here is coming off. I'll probably just burn that with a lighter or something. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, this right here is all together, so I'm not too worried about it. You know, the stitching right here is solid. Like I said, I mean, for what you pay, come on. I mean, these guys hand forge these knives, and, you know, they come pretty high quality. So there you have it. There is the Perkin blade series I have, Bushcraft. These are going to be my two go-tos for all my bushcrafting work, all my trips. Let's get outside and let's do some demonstrations with this. Also, I just want to thank all my subscribers. You know, I appreciate everything, and appreciation to what you've done, you know, as far as spending time on my videos and watching my videos and being a subscriber. On January 1st, guys, I'm going to send out this exact knife, brand new, to one of my subscribers. Got a brand new one right here, man, in the box, ready to go. I just want to thank everybody for subscribing. Like I said, I'm going to send one of these out to one of my lucky subscribers. All you got to do is comment below. Tell me what you think of the video, or tell me if, you know, tell me what kind of knife you use. How's that sound? What kind of knife are you using right now? Or, you know, let me know you're in. If you let me know you're in, I'll put you down and send you this brand new Perkin Bushcraft knife, man. You know, you can enjoy it. Have your own Perkin. Alright, guys? Well, let's go outside and do some demonstrations here. See you in a little while. Alright, guys, so I'm outside. It's just lovely out here. I already kind of started going on this stick. So, but yeah, like I said, this particular Perkin is really nice, you know, for just, if you want to shave out some sticks. You guys have seen me do this stuff in my videos, but, you know, like, this is just some scrap what I had set aside. But I really like this Perkin because, you know, if you're out in the bush and you need some steaks, well, there you go. Now you got yourself a nice steak, you know, for staking down your tarp or whatever you want. You know, it really is a nice knife, you know. And then even on this thicker stuff, it just cuts through it like butter. You know, and if you want your shavings, you're going to get your tender shavings. kind of danky on the outside here. I've had this wood kind of sitting around, but at least you get the general concept of, you know, if you want a nice knife like this for, and I've been beating on this knife for quite some time, and I have not sharpened it yet, not even a little bit. And I've cut a lot of wood with this. I've batoned wood. I mean, you can see nice thin clean shavings. Now this other Perkin knife, the new one, like I was saying, I was telling you guys, you don't want this in your holder. This is my ferro rod, and it just fits in here perfect. Boom. Now I got my ferro rod in there, and my knife. It's all I need in the world. I can stick this in my pack or whatever, just keep it for out in the bush for sharpening. But now I got my ferro rod and my knife at my waist, and that's all I need, you know. But I usually just take this and run it through my loop and through my belt loop, and it ain't going nowhere. But I have not used this one yet, so let's play around with this one a little bit. I want to get this camera angle just a little bit better. So this is the new Perkin that I have not used yet. And see, with that tapered edge and that thick spine and that thick blade, definitely something I got to get used to. But yeah, it gives off some really nice curls. You guys can see those, I'm sure. Gives off some pretty nice curls. I'm pretty happy with that. This thing is just razor sharp. Like I said, with that taper being so thick, you know, you could probably use this to beat the crap out of some wood if you wanted to. Yeah, definitely. Oop! Just smacked the camera. Yeah, definitely a little bit tougher to shave wood with this other Perkin. Of course, that piece of wood's kind of danky, so maybe I'll just try it on my spike. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do some shaving with this knife. It's a fat knife, you know, so just take a little bit of getting used to. I mean, I'm still able to get some good tinder shavings here, and even point this out even more, get a better point. So it's a nice knife all the way around. I like it. I mean, it's a little bit shorter for batoning. I mean, you could probably baton through some smaller pieces for sure, but at least you guys get the general concept that the knives are razor sharp. And then I do want to do some batoning real quick though, because I want you guys to see how good that... Oh, you son of a gun. Alright, battery change. Gotta love it. I'm actually really disappointed with these Top Max batteries. They are just awful. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little batoning with this knife right here, the other Perkin I was telling you about, so you guys can kind of see how just brutally tough this thing is. I mean, look at that. Like nothing. I was able to bust through that like nothing. But I really like it a lot, because can you guys see that? Go over here. See? It'll keep going. Not the best piece of wood to baton with. It's got a big knot in it. Yeah, it's got a huge knot in it right here. See that knot? And I'll never be able to get through that all the way. But it busted right through there like nothing. So I mean, I've batoned with this thing several times. It's not going to baton through this because obviously there's a huge knot in it. So I'm going to back it out, get it out of there. But as you can see, I just batoned with that. Didn't do any damage. Autofocus stinks on this camera. Didn't do any damage to the knife or nothing. You know, the other one would probably even be good for batoning because they're fat, you know. But I mean, it busted right through that. Nice clean baton, but like I said, with that huge knot, I'm not going to be able to baton all the way through there. So, I mean, I couldn't even bust this thing by hand. Yeah, it's really, this is hardwood, man. Big time hardwood. Anyway, you guys get the gist. That was just, you know, an example. So you guys kind of knew that, you know, these things are possible to baton with, and an overall good knife. Like I said, if you guys want to check out Perkin, it's available. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this gear review, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot, everybody. Don't forget, comment at the bottom below. Tell me what you think of the video. Tell me what you think of the product. And I'm going to be sending a lucky subscriber one of these Bushcraft knives right here. Sheath, knife, pretty heavy duty. Oh yeah, by the way, I did want to say something. This knife right here, as is, comes in at 1.2 pounds. Okay, let me get this autofocus back out of here. Sorry guys, I'm working on my camera skills. I can't wait to get my DSLR. Okay, so this knife right here comes in at 1.2 pounds, as is. This one comes in at 11.2 ounces. Just so you know the weight on these. I forgot to say that when I was doing the little review earlier. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like I said, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.